Hi, my name is Bjarni, and welcome to my gym. Welcome to Mjolnir, welcome to Iceland. Nice to have you all here. So I have a class now, as you probably all know, about guard retention. And first I want to start about talking about what the guard is. So I view the guard just this area, so from my foot to my knee. If you get past the knee line, you passed my guard. But you haven't secured the position yet. So you always have, when you're on the receiving end of the guard pass, you always have a couple of seconds to get the guard back. So there are like early and late stages of of getting the guard back. So I'm just going to walk through those steps and do countering guard passes I have 3 guard passes in mind, but if you have some other guard passes that you want to ask about during the class, just raise your hand and ask about it. But can you maybe help me? So if you're just sitting here, so what I focus on when I have the guard is to not let anybody touch my knee or both my knees, because if I am able to block his knee, preventing him from taking it there. Like if I'm going to pass on this side, if I don't control the knee, he can just go back and keep the guard, keep the shin in my way. So I need something to block or control his guard. So as soon as I touch the knee or anything above the knee line in his position, I would just try to remove it and hold on to the grip. And it doesn't matter if it's my hand, or if you're on your side, or if it's my foot. Like this is the early stages. This is probably not a common part of guard passing, but it happens. I'm just showing the similarities with this. I might have my elbow above or my forearm, which is similar to having this. And then I might have my shoulder above for passing, or I might have my hip passed. So if you think about it, it's just the same things, hip and shoulders. So just to keep it as simple as possible, don't let anybody touch your knee. Okay, it's really simple. The most difficult thing about it is to remember to follow that rule. So if we start with double under pass, so I have his knees. So if we switch positions, like now, if he grabs, then we just freeze here. He has control above my knee line. I'm just going to pick either one to start with. So I'm just going to get my thumb underneath. I'm raising my hip a little bit, and I'm turning to the side to free the knee. Either one. As soon as my knee is free, I should be able to put the foot on his hip, and then I can switch to the other side. So this is just the first one we're going to start with. He has the double unders. My thumbs go just inside. I raise my hip a little bit and pull down. If I don't move my hip to the side, I won't be able to move my knee. So I have to move the hips. So if he is controlling, I want to remove the grips, but I can also move my hips to get the guard back in here. And to the other side and here. Really simple, but that's just what we're going to start by doing. Okay, so just pick a partner and just go back and forth. No resistance, just try it out yourselves. Okay. So if I'm able to get a step further into the pass, like he hasn't got the right timing or whatever, I just am able to come here. So it's pretty late here. I have my hip past knee line. So if we switch position. So here, I'm trying to maybe remove the grip, and he passes right here before his weight comes here. We go a step further, no, back, sorry, like this, here, and I probably should be noticing that he's most likely going to pass, so I'm not just going to lay and do nothing. And before he finishes the pass, like I feel he has control of my knees, I can't break the grip, can't remove the grip off my knees. I'm just going to post here in the forearm. It depends on how close he is to me. If he's closer to me, I can just use the forearm, or I can push here. I'm just going to sit up, and from here, I'm going to strip out to free my knees. Okay. And maybe we try it the other way as well. Just to show you. So over here. I feel that I'm too late to remove the grip. I'm just going to post here. And like I said, it depends on how close he is to me. If I'm using my palm, or if he's a little bit closer, if I use my forearm. But I have to buy just a small amount of time to get up on my elbow. Here, and now I'm posting here. I'm using this base here, and I'm just shrimping. I want to get one knee out, preferably the one closer to his hip. So I'm just shrimping and trying to get in. So one more time. I'm trying to break the grip and just shrimp out. Okay. You want to see it again, or you want to try it out? Try it. Awesome. Thank you. Same partners, and continue going back and forth. Okay, so during the class, it's just one thing that I want you to remember, is to don't let anybody control your knee or your knees. Because then they control the guard, and then they can pass. So if there's anything that you want to remember after the class, it's just that. Don't let them touch your knee. And it doesn't matter in which position you're in guard or wherever. If you're underneath in turtle or whatever, you don't want them touching your knees. Just never. Okay. Then it can get you stuck. Can you help me out just a little bit? I'm just going to do a round now. So we will start in double under. My goal is just to get out. We'll get not just one knee out, but get both knees out. So he hasn't got any control of them anymore. Okay. And it doesn't matter if I'm able to do it before he almost finishes the pass, or if he, just like we did here. So the goal here, I'm making this frame here, and this post here, or this space here, to free my knee. I'm just shrinking to get the knees out. Okay, to get the guard back. One thing, if you just stay there, I want to use this also as sort of a aim. So if my opponent is here in my aim, he's in my guard. He's not in my guard now, he's close to passing. So I try to think of where I'm pointing my hips. And the position I'm in now, I have my spine on the floor, which means I can't shrimp. I need to be a little bit on the side, so I'm able to shrimp. So I try to, just personally, I try to never have my spine on the floor, because I have just small, weak, and slow movements. As soon as my spine isn't on the floor, I can move a lot, I should be able to stand up. If I'm down, I'm on my side. I can shrimp, I can move a lot quicker. So every escape, every guard retention thing becomes so much easier to do if I'm able to move fast. So just keep that in mind as well, to never let your spine touch the floor. Here, so he's got me in this position. I'm trying to raise up. My spine isn't completely on the floor, so go to the side. I will have to shrimp to get out of this position. Same here, he's finishing the pass. My spine isn't on the floor. If I'm down here, and he finishes the pass, everything's so slow. I will have to get up to be able to free the knees. Okay, so we're going to do a round now. I'll let you know when to switch, and we're just doing this. So when you're on bottom, your goal here is to get the timing. If you're not able to escape this one soon enough and he passes, is to switch to this position. Okay, you just build the timing when to let go of that attempt and prepare for the next one. Okay, so just the same patterns as before. I will let you know when to switch, so just get in position. And if you pass or if you're not anymore in this, don't continue rolling or sparring, no submissions or whatever. It's just for the bottom person. So yeah, just keep it focused around that. Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions about what we just did? What you just did? Anything you want to say again? Or
the first one is hard to get.
Hard to get. Okay. Possibly you might have to shrink more, or it might be that. So can you help me? So here, I'm not using my hips to extend him. My hips help me get my hands in place. So I'm not using just the hand strength to move his hands up. It's my hips, and here I use my elbows. Always, if you have a grip, and it doesn't matter in which position you are in. If you have a grip and you want to hold it, you always turn your elbows in to make the frame stronger. So here, I need to shrimp. If I'm not able to shrimp a lot, I will just back and forth, just like dancing, sort of, and dance my way out of this. But if my hips are this, it's hard for me to shrimp to the sides. So I have to extend my hips here. As soon as the hip goes out, the opposite knee can go down or get out. But it is a bad position, so a lot of times you will have to do the second thing. So it's so crucial just to know when to let go of this and go for the other. And you only learn that by doing it and failing at it multiple times. So it's the best way to learn. Can you help me again, maybe? So if you're, if you're sitting here, I think. Yeah, right. So, or if you're laying, perfect. So I'm sort of in half guard. I have maybe you just move the hands out of the way, so they see. I have my hand on his knee, and here, and it might be attempting to pass like here or something. So we're just gonna start right here. I have here, I can slide my knee over or go back and here. A lot of times people go against the knee here, but it doesn't help them preventing the guard pass at all. So if you're on bottom, just don't think about this. You have to remove this, move the grip somehow. So here, you're just going to use your hand. You can use it against here, but I find it really good if you just open up without grabbing. So you're just posting like here, and you're using your elbow to remove the hand, my hand, here. Either to the outside or to the inside. It doesn't matter. So if you just go against here, I have my elbow free to break your grip. So if you grab around here again, I just throw my elbow over to break the grip, and I have control again. So I can't do that if you go against my elbow. And a lot of times people only use their hand and don't think about using their elbow as well. They can do some work as well and just remove it here. And I have control above this knee as well, so you will have to get that in. You can, if you want to do this and push it to the outside, you see, I'm in your aim now. If your knee is here, it's not good. I can press it down or you can go to the outside with your
No, which
shin
way?
and in here. Okay, if we switch a I'm actually not going to show you anything new. So he has control of my knee. I don't want that. He's above the knee line on the other one as well. I feel this one is more threat than getting rid of this one. So you can try both, like doing this or just going here. I'm just pushing, I'm not grabbing. If I grab, it's easier for him to just pull his arm out and go past. It's easier for me to follow him around here. If I don't reach his elbow, I should be able to get my knee again. So, but go here, using the elbow. I can move my knee around as well. So I'm just getting his hand off. As soon as I free this knee, I want to free this one as well. Pushing to the outside or pushing to the inside. And I should be able to sit up. Okay, so one more time. And if you just go on your knees. So it's sort of half guard position. You could have your shin over my leg as well, like this, or the other way around, but it doesn't matter. I just don't want him to control my knee. So this one's blocking, this one's here. Go against the elbow, either pushing out or in. And if I don't move my knee, my elbow has to do a lot of work, so I should be able to move the knee as well. And then after I break the grip, I can work my way down here to move him around or continue breaking the grips. Okay, so just find a new partner or stay with the same one to try. And just do this without resistance. Just go back and forth, just try, play with this grip fighting, removing the grip and then removing the other one. And just get my attention if you want to ask about it or something like that. Okay, so just find a new partner and start. So, same thing, he has his hand here. He can also use his knee to block my guard. And if you're using half guard, what you want to do on bottom is control the bottom knee. Because if I can't use my bottom knee, I'm not going to sweep or do anything. I'm not even going to escape or get out of the, do any guard retention. So maybe I removed his hand off my knee, but he just uses his knee instead. I still have my elbow here. I just continue pushing and try to get the other one out as well. Here, if I'm possibly in like Z guard, I can also use that. If you have this or your knee, I can use it to shrimp out a little bit, and that also might free my knee a little bit. If I get the knee here and he still has, let me see. If I get the knee here and he still has control, I might have a difficulty getting this out of the way, but I can use my hips. I can shrimp to go to the other side. Okay, so try playing with that as well. And also if he, let's rotate just a little bit. Yeah. And if you just pinch your knees together here, you might have your hand here. So yeah, if he's doing this, if he's pinning my arm like here, I should be able to get the knee out. If you just sit up just for a second so they just see better. If my arm is pinned, I should be able to just slide the knee in here and shrimp out a little bit. And that gives me space to get the knee out. So now we're just adding where he is using his knee somehow to block. If you pinch my leg, yeah, or like this, I can still use my elbow to push it. Or I might not be able to push it out of the way, but I can prevent him from going closer to my thigh. And again, so here, and if you pinch like this, I'm just trying to get my elbow in here.
and shrimping out. Okay. I hope you saw it. So, thank you. If I just show a solo. So I'm trying to get my elbow close to my knee, and then I'm just trying to shrimp out. Shrimping in again to get the knee up. Shrimping out. So this is basically what I'm doing. Okay. Just try that for a while, and then I'm going to add one other thing to this pass. Okay, the same partners and continue going back and forth. So, a step further than this. So, first, I just had the hand, then elbow or knee. So, it's like 3 steps. Hand or feet, knee or elbow, hip or shoulder. And so from here, I might go over here, try to hold his knees together, hold his hands together, and have my shoulder to his hip. So that's would be a late intention. We switch. So for here, he manages to wrap his hands around and just freeze here. Or maybe turn just a little bit. Thanks. And like that. Here, he's controlling my guard. I need to get the knee or both knees out. So I'm just trying to block most of the time his elbow and the shoulder. And I'm just shrimping to get the knee out. As soon as one knee is out, I can rotate. So I have him in my aim here. Okay. And the same exact thing, I can also shrimp to the other side and then go out. Okay, so if you show it from, if you're here, like I can face him and get this knee out, but I can also go to the other side and try to shrimp out here. Okay, but it doesn't matter which one I do. I need my knees out and then to have him in my aim after I've freed my knees. Okay, you want to see it again? Or? Yes, please. So you can try both sides. Here, I'm just going for, I hope you see it, I'm just trying to get this one to his elbow, just to prevent him from getting his hand to my head. And I'm just blocking here. I'm not trying to push him away, I'm just blocking and then trying to get myself away. As soon as, like most of the time, maybe just one knee gets out. If I get this knee out, you can try to finish shrimping, but you can also just go to the other side and free the other knee at the same time. Or you can also just push here. I'm just going further away from him. Here. And shrimping at the same time. Okay. So, if you just stay there. So this is basically just what most of us have done during warm-up. Just shrimping. Try to keep your elbows close to you when you're shrimping, not far away from the body. It becomes weaker. Your arms become weaker if they're far away from the body. Just try to get hold your elbows close. Okay, so just try this out. Grab a new partner and just go without resistance. Wrap your arms over the thighs and just shrimp, shrimp, shrimp. Okay. So it depends on how early he's able to like switch from removing this grip, and I change, go for this. Like he should immediately be like blocking the elbow, the shoulder is shrimping. But if I'm getting a little further in, like more pressure in, it can be really difficult to do this. So if we switch. But here it comes, now I have to think about like where he wants to have his head. So if the And just yeah, like this. Here, and just freeze. He wants to have his hat on this side to be able to pass here. Like he can't pass here and have his hat on this side as well. So that's something that I might want to try to do. So if I'm able to bridge into him, just to get my arm on the other side of his head, and I want to shrimp away and try to push his head to the side, or at least get my forearm to his head. So here, bridging, and just to get my hand in place. So he's about to pass, just to get here, and I'm trying to make this frame so he won't be able to put his head this way. And now, just use the arm and try to get the knee up. If we do it on the other side, so here, just bridge to get my hand in. Even if I'm like here and he's able to pin me down, I try to bridge just to get the forearm here. And now I will just shrimp again until I'm able to get this hand to the elbow to get my knee out. Okay, but he might also try to like counter this by jumping over, and then I will just have to do exactly opposite. Just try to get his head on this side. He jumps over again, bridge, and push his head to the side. And you can even do this against like over-under pass. I wasn't going to cover over-under pass in the class, but bridging and pushing the head to the side and shrimping is perfect against over-under pass. So just to throw it in there as well. So just try this for a while. Do you want to see it again, or want to try it? Yes.
One more time.
Sure. So here, bridging, getting my arm here, and when I'm going down, I'm not just going straight back down. I'm shrimping to the side. He jumps, I bridge, and try to shrimp. And will probably look really clumsy when you're doing it, but you just have to bridge, shrimp, again and again and again. And when you're freeing a knee, it's just shrimping. It's not just one shrimp. Hey, I should be out now, but you'll just have to shrimp again and again and again until you get your knee out. Okay. So just bridge. Here. He goes to the other side, bridge. Here. Okay. Just try it and just get my attention if you want to ask me something. Thank you. So, can you help me out? It's basically the same as we did before. So, a bridge to get his head to this side. I can also try to sit up here. So if I'm up here, I don't have to be throwing his head or following him if he starts jumping around here. If I manage to get up here, like he has to go up this huge hill that I am. But if I'm just laying down, he can just keep me here. It'll be hard for me to counter it. So yeah, one more time. So here, get his head here. If I'm able to sit up like this, I can just do as we did before. Just start shrimping, get the knee up. Saves a lot of energy to manage to sit up, because he won't be able to just crush you down or keep you as easily down if you're laying. So try to do that. You're moving the head around and try to pick a moment when to sit up or when to get up on your elbow or even here. Okay, so just add that onto this and we'll just do it for maybe 1 or 2 minutes more.
Can you do it once
Sure. So he has my here. It's to get him here. Here. And then I start shrimping. Just get either knee out. Yeah. So you just take a moment when to try to get up. On the elbow or on the.
But in the start, you don't block the end?
What's that?
In the start, you don't block the end?
Yeah, if it's so late that he has this control, he has almost passed. So first, when we did it, like I was blocking, removing the grip of the knee, but then he managed to get around and yeah. Okay. Guard pass. Can you help me? So here, if it goes for the leg drag, just one step back. So here, of course, immediately do this. But what I'm thinking about here, I'm pulling my knee down here. Even though he blocks my knee, I'm still pulling it down here. Because that I don't want to be too easy for him to just drag it away. So here, start pulling here, and that also keeps tension on his thigh. I can lift up a little bit because I have my foot on his thigh and a post here. So I lift up on the shoulder, post here, and get back in guard. I have him in my aim now. If it's deeper here, it's similar to the one I was asked about before. When she trapped my leg underneath here. But immediately just push it off here and shrimp to the side. Try to get the knee down. I want to point my hips towards him to keep him in my aim. Because if he has good control and I shrimp the other way, I'm just helping him pass. So here. And I can also, if he's about to attack my leg or something, bringing the knee down just pulls the heel out. So it can be hard for him to get the leg. But if he has like really good control right here, just push the knee down. If it doesn't free the leg, you should be able to shrimp, and I can always push with the other leg to free this one. So for the leg drag, it's just trying to pull the knee down. Okay, I think this is straight now. Just one thing that I noticed, so the one I was showing is like here, from this position, like if I have my hands like this, he can go for this, like push my head to the side. If it's the other way around, he probably won't be able to get my head, but from here, just block the elbow and the shoulder and shrimp. Just want to point that out. I don't think I have time for the last pass that I was going to show, but it really doesn't matter because the only thing that I want you to remember is the knees, and I sure hope you were able to remember two things, and the other one is not let your spine be on the floor. If your spine is on the floor, you're not shrimping, you can just move a little bit. Small movements, heavy movements, slow movements. So if you're on your side, just a little bit, then you have bigger, faster and stronger movements. Shrimping movements, that is. Are there any questions? Any other guard pass that you have in mind that you're having difficulty countering, or just if there is?
I tend to, in the half guard, at the top leg tend to get smashed down.
Okay.
You have a similar concept?
Yeah. Can you show? So from here, from half guard, you said. So, and he smashes like this.
Yeah.
Like instinct now is just try to do this and get up, like here. Just adding this to my game would help a lot. So instead of just trying to do this from down here. If he's further over here, I would try to, because obviously my knee is not in a good spot, I would try to get my hands between, so I'm able to shrimp a little bit. If I'm able to get the underhook, I don't want to push, I don't want my elbow to go far away from my body, I want it to be just close here, fine. And is there any specific grip, or
No,
like
it's just kind of
crushing
smash it down,
Yeah.
scrambling.
So even from here, because I have the underhook, I should be able to remove here, possibly get a hook in or whatever. But if you do this again, you can try, just start by trying to get up on the elbow.
Right.
And this just helps a lot. He's not gonna just crush through from here. If he gets my elbow, yes, he can, but just strip, or whatever. So I hope that answers. Thank you. Anything else? Any other guard pass that you can think of? Or
Squish your leg between your calf like this.
From
It's kind of similar to the pressure pass yesterday. You feed your leg in and then squish it in there.
can you show me? Or
But sometimes I get it in this,
here,
and
yeah.
they're squishing it.
Okay, now, so you're sort of controlling my knee, although you're not touching it, because you have my ankle trapped. So I would fight for keeping this knee here, or getting this hand. So, try and strip this way. At least that's what I feel, because I have hard time going this way, because you have the control. But I would try to keep this knee just clean, as spotless. That's right.
And if they get to your head, then
Yeah, that
you do
sucks.
it before.
But yeah, you get the head as well. Yeah, I would.
First.
Yeah, and try to keep the knee clean as well. So now my hand is going against your hand.
Right.
So my elbow has to fight this hand. If you're going against the knee or trying to grab the knee, I have to use my elbow
Oh, okay.
to get that.
Okay.
So, but it all comes down to just freeing the knee. Then you're able to move so much more and get the guard again. So don't just think about, look, don't go take your arms far away from your knees. Like I can't use my elbow to fight off grip. I can't use my hand. So I want to have it close. So I think it's just all of jiu-jitsu. If you don't want to be controlled, you just have to get into fetus position and be on your side. So nobody's controlling or pinning you down in that way. So yeah, thanks. So I think we just wrap it up now. There's another class starting in a few minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it and thank you.